In this video, Neville Goddard actually hits on the parallel realities or the infinite possibilities within the hologram that we're living in. And he actually covers that a little bit because consciousness is the only reality. And if that is true, which it is true, that means it created itself. That means that consciousness actually created itself, and consciousness is God. And you are a particle of God because you actually were God and then created the hologram and then separated yourself and created the illusion of separateness. And that means that you are God. That means that we are God, but now we're particles of God because we separated ourselves intentionally when we created the hologram. But Neville Goddard actually touches on this in the infinite realities, which I absolutely love in this chapter. So I'm going to cover that with you today. All right. So this is chapter 26, Destiny, the Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. Your destiny is that which you must inevitably experience. Really, it is an infinite number of individual destinies. Right there. He said it. It is an infinite number of individual destinies, each of which, when attained, is the starting place for a new destiny. So what he's talking about here is the parallel realities. When you actually change your concept of yourself, you shift to a different reality. And then you start a new life, basically, when you shift. When you shift into this different parallel reality and change your concept of yourself and your inner dialogue, that's a new starting place for your new destiny. And that's what Neville Goddard is talking about right here. I just wanted to expound on that. Okay, since life is infinite, the concept of an ultimate destiny is inconceivable. When we understand that consciousness is the only reality, we know that it is the only creator. Okay, that's what I was talking about before. And ultimate destiny is inconceivable means that it is infinite. It means it never started and it never finishes. It just is. It's just created like the fourth and fifth dimensions, time, space. Everything exists right now. It never began. It never began. It'll never finish in that context of trying to understand time. It never began and it'll never finish. Everything is created right in it, and it lives right now in the present moment at all times. Okay, so when we understand that consciousness is the only reality, we know that it is the only creator. The cause substance has to be the substance itself. It has to be the creator of the substance. So the hologram created itself, but if God is the hologram, if you were the hologram and you created the hologram, then you separated yourself and put yourself in this high-tech simulated game, then you created an illusion of separateness. But really, you are the hologram itself. You just have separated yourself with the ego. And that's how you can regain your power, is by knowing this, by connecting to the all source, the all-knowing God, which is you, is what created this and then erased your memory and separated everything. So that's what Neville Goddard is talking about here. And this means that your consciousness is the creator of your destiny. The fact is, you are creating your destiny every single moment, whether you know it or not. Whether you know it or not, you are intentionally or unintentionally creating everything from your inner dialogue, from your inner conversations, from your perceptions, from your assumptions, from your affirmations, from your visualizations. You're doing this, you're visualizing right now as you're watching this. You're affirming. You're affirming inside your mind, right? Your inner talking is affirming right now. Whether you can take control of that or not, it is happening. And that's what Neville Goddard is talking about right here. You are creating your destiny every moment, whether you know it or not. So take control of that by intentionally changing your concept of yourself. And that changes your inner dialogue, what you're affirming, what you're unconsciously imagining, what you're unconsciously affirming for yourself to be true for your future. And that's what shifts you to these parallel realities within this hologram that we're living in. All right, so much that it is good and even wonderful has come into your life without your having any inkling that you were even the creator of it. You are creating your realities and shifting into different parallel realities based on this. So if something wonderful happened in your life in the past, that's because you created that. Whether it was consciously or unconsciously, you had a good inner dialogue about this thing happening. You believed it. You expected it. You visualized it. You lived with that until it came to you. Okay, but Neville Goddard says here, however, the understanding of the causes of your experience and the knowledge that you are the sole creator of the contents of your life, both good and bad, not only make you a much keener observer of all phenomena, but through the awareness of the power of your own consciousness, intensify your appreciation of the richness and grandeur of life. Okay, so once you start learning this, like what I'm explaining to you now, which a lot of you out there right now already understand this. You already know that and you're already working on it. That's why you're watching the channel. So now you have a keener awareness of it. And now you're understanding, now you're taking conscious control of what you're creating and shifting into that parallel reality that matches this new concept of yourself, the one that's consciously creating. So there's so many different variables about this, but you're on the right track if you're just being aware of being, you're a conscious or unconscious creator can change all of these things. And like Neville Goddard said right here, it will also intensify your appreciation of the richness and the grandeur of life, like your gratitude just to have an experience of life, just to be appreciative of everything that you already have in your life. And that'll bring you more great things just by having that awareness of that. Okay, so, and regardless of occasional experiences to the contrary, it is your destiny to rise to higher and higher states of consciousness and to bring into manifestation more and more of creation's infinite works. Actually, you are destined to reach the point where you realize that through your own desire, you can consciously create your successive destinies. And through the study of this book, The Power of Awareness, with its detailed exposition of consciousness and the operation of the law of assumption, is the master key to the conscious attainment of your highest destiny. So this very day, right now, in the present moment, approach every experience in a new frame of mind, with a new state of consciousness. Assume the noblest and the best for yourself in every respect and continue therein. Make believe that great wonders are possible. Make believe that great wonders are possible, guys. All right, guys, that's the end of this video, and I'm gonna put up the card here for the playlist for The Power of Awareness. If you have not gone over all those chapters, I have covered every single one of those chapters, and I'm gonna leave up the playlist if you wanna go check those out at any time. I'm gonna pop that card up for you. But I love you guys very much, and remember the scammers in the comments. If somebody comments back to you or replies to your comment and is impersonating me and saying they want you to contact them at a specific number, WhatsApp or Telegram or Snapchat, that is not me. Do not respond to them. I would never do that. All right, guys, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.